Greetings, viewers. So this episode's going to be a little strange because we're about to run out of food. So I have a solution for that. It's a little tricky, though. What we're going to do... Oh, I have to load the world. And I'll explain it now. So what we're going to do is we're going to build a trade post next to some of our neighbors so that we can pod there and pod back with relative ease. So we're going to head to NTU by the mountain. That's the plan, anyways. So what I'm going to do first is process these mechanoids because we want the components. I'm just going to go ahead and shut them down rather than shoot them. Interest of time. It takes a bit of time to shoot them, and I don't want to waste any time shooting them when I don't have to. Because we have very immature potato plants grown. They're only 20%, and only 8 meals left. That's not going to last us more than a day or two, and the potatoes need longer than that. But this also will give us a chance to get some good things, like really nice items from our neighbors. Alright, so we have cargo pods. Oh! Well, that helps a lot, like immensely. Getting a cargo pod drop of corn. We're still going to do this, this trade run, but this makes it... Oh my god, that was helpful. This makes it a lot less immediately doomsday scenario, where we're going to be eating corpses and stuff. Speaking of eating corpses, we can bury all these corpses because we are starving Valentina until she passes out. And then, starving her until she passes out, and then, putting her in one of the cryo sleep, caskets. Ship caskets. Which means all of these guys can be buried. We no longer need food for her. Oh, and we're in a heat wave. Okay. Better dig those graves quick before the bodies rot. Yeah, given how much... Oh, wow. Given how much Silver is failing at construction, like, he failed every single grave there, I do not want to build any of the ship parts until he has a bionic eye, because he is really screwing up construction. Like, very, very badly. Alright, so while we're out here... Where was that corn? Let's go get the corn. I think Ferrero is going to be too hot to do it. Silver is going to be the only one that can. And even then, Silver is heat stroking a little bit. No, oh my god. Okay. You're going to be a dickhead like this. Where you only want to fill one spot. Fine. I'll adjust accordingly. Oh, joy. So not only do we have a, okay. I'm gonna go and carry some more. No sense in having that precious corn go to waste. 3 quandrums, so corn lasts a year, which is good to know. If I ever want to grow it in the future, it's a pretty hardy crop that lasts a long time. So it says my construction success chance is 89%, but I see myself failing constantly. Maybe this is a bug, perhaps. Just spitballing, but it does seem buggy to me that at 89%, all 5 of those graves I failed at least once. Some of them I failed twice. That's really bad. I mean, that's not 89% chance. That's like 89% chance to fail, 11% chance to succeed. Oh, Bomba, you... Okay, this is gonna be a little tough. Let's set that to medical and rescue. How bad is your heat stroke? 66, you'll be fine. The heat wave knocked him out. And he's too slow to really fend for himself. Because it is super hot. Oh, Ferreira, you shouldn't be out there either. Alright, we can get the rest of this corn in one go. And I'm going to restrict Ferreira and Bomba to be home zone only, so they don't go on long hauls during this heat wave. It's not gonna end well for them. So speaking of which, let's get this duster made. Getting some of it. Ferreira, how about you just go wear this t-shirt? Oh, actually no, never mind. Alright, so let's pod. What we were originally going to do. But before we do that, we need to get a little bit more fuel so we can pod back more easily. And I don't trust these guys to do that for me. So we'll deep drill ourselves. Alright, that's enough meals for now. Bomba. Alright, this is annoying. Making all these repairs are necessary too because if we're attacked, everyone else here has really bad construction, so repairs are going to be tough to do. Oh, it's bedtime. Our heat wave's still going on. I gotta make sure I don't have any heat stroke while sleeping. And we got a raid. Not a bad raid, only one Inferno. We can roll with that. Valentina, however, why are you... How? What are you doing? Alright, so one's down. She was trying to seek better temperatures and then breached where she was supposed to be standing. But the thing is, I want her to pass out because then I can load her up in the casket. Stop bashing my auto doors. Or my granite walls, or whatever you're bashing. Quit it. Alright, so Valentina's now in the casket. Or about to be. I really need to fix those wiring. So these are the flame guys. Nice. And he's down. That couldn't have been timed any better. Silver wanted to go... No. Consume a meal. Alright. Everyone else slept through that, Bamba and Ferreira. Pacifists. Alright, let's get these conduit built. Failing so much. It's like... That way when we flick the switch, or flick the turrets between targets, we no longer have to like correct it more than once. There we go. That should be all set. Moods are really low. The psychic drone plus heat wave is putting a strain on our people in a bad way. Everyone has minor break risk right now. Alright, psychic drone's over, that's gonna help. Alright, Silver. And have you clean out these centipedes. And process them. Ooh, even I have heat stroke. We are not getting a lot of components out of this. Presumably because he all of a sudden sucks at crafting and machining? I don't know. I guess 4 is about the minimum I could have gotten. It's not terrible. Alright, so now Silver gets loaded up with, let's say, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Scyther Blades. And the Jade Club, why not? And some of the weapons, I guess, the more expensive ones. And we go for a trade trip. Because I think our people here will be able to get the chem fuel in a fair amount of time. Alright, let's just work on this ourselves, just in case they don't. Man, that right eye crushed has really come back to curse me. And that was just me, you know, breaking down the walls of a house. It wasn't even a combat thing. I feel so stupid. Yeah, if I'm standing in here to get rid of my heat stroke, might as well be productive, right? Alright. Ferreira's loading up the pod. And we got the we got what we needed. The chem fuel. So now we are ready to launch. Alright, so we're gonna launch straight onto them and visit. So I have too much weight, which is fine, because we're selling stuff. We're selling the weapons and the Scyther Blades. Alright, so what do we want? They don't have... They have a joy wire. But that, since that hurts consciousness, people are going to pass out too often to consider buying that. I could buy the power armor helmet. Not a terrible choice. But let's take a look more seriously. I think I just want a lot of components, because that's kind of what we're lacking in order to get the colony going on their feet. So that leaves, because I can't carry very many, because components, the silver components are heavy, something like that. Power armor helmet allows me to buy more components, so that sounds good to me. Now I have to move out here to this tile, because you can't settle next to another settlement. Not anymore, at least. And then that means that we'll load, because we bought components, so we'll load 35 chem fuel and the rest of the steel we can into this other pod to send it to allow Silver to build a transport pod back home. So Ferreira will be responsible loading that up. Oh, this heat wave is brutal. All my people are like passing out, standing up. Alright, this care package is almost done. Can you load it? Jeez. I know you have serious heat stroke, but let's get it loaded. Alright. And the loading here has been a little slow. Alright, heat wave's over. That's a godsend. I wish there was a way to see what was already loaded into it. But I'm just going to wake Ferreira up and have him finish. I think that's the rest of it, yeah. There we go. Now, I'm a little disappointed I wasn't able to buy anything bionic while I was there. But a power armor helmet's nothing to be, to scoff at. As well as all those components that are going to be super helpful. Alright, so now we're going to settle this new tile here. There we go. And create a stockpile here. Sweet. Does power armor helmets do anything insulation-wise? Probably not. A little bit of heat insulation. That's not terrible. Alright, so now that that's all loaded up, we're going to launch. And this will allow us to ship back home. Don't fail at construction. We've got limited resources. and we'll launch silver, all of his components, silver, and as much steel as we can carry. And head right back home. Easy peasy. And now we have a bunch more components. And a pod system, as long as providing it doesn't, get demolished. That also means, well, let's forbid this. I'm a little worried that without a bionic eye, he's gonna fail at too much construction, which will be like critically bad. So I really want to, not allow him to construct until I get a bionic eye. Well, not construct important things that cost a lot of resources. Failing a pod, you lose 40 steel or something like that. Failing like a ship engine, oh my god, that would be bad. The two are just not the same. Alright, so we're going to relax a little socially. I'm going to drop another deep drill. So if we drill here, drop a deep drill here, so we don't really need that much chem fuel. I will allow this amount because we need another stack of it to do some trading, but we don't need that much more. You know how happy I would be if an exotic goods merchant came by right now? Was just like, I'll buy all your scyther blades, and here's a bionic eye, and here's a bionic leg, and here's a bionic arm. Oh, that would be nice. Not likely to happen, but pretty sweet. Which kind of reminds me, we have not sown this area. Alright, you want to rest? Because you think it's rest time? Fine. Also, trading, it wouldn't be a bad idea to buy some thermally... Oh, man. Are we going to run low on food again? Really looks like we're going to. That corn wasn't enough. I really should have gone down there and gotten food supplements. Let's destroy these deadfall traps. They're just slowing us down. In fact, I'll go so far as to say, now that we have drills down here, let's go ahead and deconstruct these doors. Replace them with granite walls. Because if we don't have deadfall traps, we don't need to rearm it. And that frees up some steel for us. And then granite blocks here. And wood pathing, because wood is going to be cheap. So we need to cut a little bit more granite. What we really need is heat protection for our pawns, because they're... Jesus, Ferrara, you're puking everywhere. we'll finish off this. Oh, come on. These walls here, and I need to cut another block because he failed. You've got to be joking me. Alright, so that... Yep. Flick that off. I really need to do a trade trip soon because, quite frankly, we're running out of food. I was so excited about buying the helmet. I kind of forgot what we really needed, which was food. Once these potatoes are harvestable, we'll be in a much better position. So I'm laying this down so that we can move to those deep drills more quickly, because given that people are getting heat stroke, the faster we move, the better. Okay, there's no way I have a goddamn 89% chance to build. This is some sort of bug. One-eyed bug. %89 chance means I should have failed twice at most. I failed like 8 times, 7 times, something like that. It wasn't counting, but it was enough to make me worried. All right, so second to last meal. Gonna go for a rest. Get his joy up, build the pods, and get going. Now, as long as this pod launcher isn't attacked, all I need to do is have a little bit of steel to make a new pod there. An eclipse. What a wonderful way to stress this out a little bit more. Alright, Silver, it's time for you to wake up. We need to get this pod underway. Joy up a little bit. That's enough. Alright, so we're gonna launch Silver. And you know what I'm gonna do, actually? Silver, you are going to shed some weight here. Get rid of this, get rid of this, get rid of that. Hell, even get rid of your pants. Just so that he can carry more. So now when I'm launching Silver, I can launch with more items and yeah. So we should launch with Scyther Blade. Where are the other Scyther Blades? What the hell? Oh, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. But maybe not 5, because, well, the hell with it. Alright, so launch with those Scyther Blades. Make sure I have Silver going with them. It ain't cold, that's for sure. Alright, so we're done. Right? Yep, we're done. Okay. So we'll trade, and you get those. And I take alright, let's see if there's anything expensive I can buy. So that I'm not losing psychic foil. Yeah, I need something expensive but lightweight, so that even out the trade. I mean, I don't really need to. If I take a loss, I take a loss. This thing's expensive. Buy back my, yeah, alright, so we... Glitter World Medicine is expensive. But it weighs a lot, doesn't it? Why? Why? Why do you weigh a lot? Buy a lab. I mean, certainly we could buy a heck of a lot of meat. Enough to feel good about not starving. I think psychic foil helmet. I'll buy this cowboy hat. So we need another one. And then I'll load up as much. I'll sell 2 fewer blades, and then what if I sold 1 more blade? Alright, is there anything I can buy for that amount? Yes, I can settle this up. Let's see. Drugs. Drugs are expensive. Alright, so we've accepted that trade. Now we need to load this with some steel. So let's load 160 steel. It's enough for 2 pods. And enough for components and all. And we're running on a road, so we should get there quick. Oh, Bomba, you... Well, that protects you from heat, so... I'll allow it for now. Oh, they all put my armor on. You little pukes. I thought I had actually forbidden it, but I suppose I didn't. That would have been the smart thing to do. Alright, there's no way you need an armor vest. Especially one that's about to break. Man, it feels so close to being done with this, but without that bionic eye, I'm really just not comfortable building. Because the failure rate is just too high. Just simply too high. Alright, silver's almost there. Alright, so now just gotta make a transport pod. Sorry, Ferreira, I'm gonna have to wake you up. Sandy Shores. I think someone mentioned that they liked the name Sandy Shores, and I said I'd rename something Sandy Shores if I had the chance. So, you got your wish. Alright, so this is finished loading. We'll go resupply. Oh, you decided to drop everything. Wasn't that lovely? So you need rest, but that's kind of the reason I took the wake up. Oh, shite. I forgot to load fuel in. I am an idiot. Alright. Luckily, these blokes can actually build, although they never do. What is your success chance? I'm just curious. 78. Man, their moods are bad. Really? Seriously? God damn. Can't win. I can't win. Alright, so we have everything loaded up in there. Now, could you please keep yourself out of danger for like minutes? So you won't be fed until you do. Alright, so let's load up all our chem fuel, just so that we have a surplus of fuel down there. This was massively inefficient. Alright, just to keep... I'll leave it there. Alright, so now... Cancel load again. Because that makes sense. And now we're loading up. Come on, let me click it. Silver plus. Food. Components. I'll leave the components here. Wake up. Silver. I'll take one component back. Okay. Launch home, and because we have a lot of food, I'll launch and land in the kill box so we can put that stuff away quick. Alright, so now we have some meat. I gotta allow meat to be cooked. I don't want to eat raw because that's a waste. Alright, let's switch these hats. Gonna be better for you anyway, Bomba. So you are 130. Well, that's not terrible. It's not great, but it's probably better than what you were at. Alright, so this here needs to be meat storage. I don't know why you're storing it up there. Now I suppose if I wanted to do the construction high on wake up, that might help not fail. I have to consider that as a possibility. Let's delete these zones here so that we actually haul this meat where it belongs. Because because having it sit out here and spoil would be stupid. But that's what everyone else wanted to do. Alright, now if we have a psychic wave, at least we have a helmet that we can toss on. Protect us from that. Okay, so we've staved off starvation well. I made some mistakes, obviously, but we're doing okay. I'm gonna leave that armor vest. Let's build some more pods. We don't even have all the steel to build all the pods. Oh, you want to wear that hat? Yeah, no, we're not doing that. It offers you no protection and you wear it out, so we're gonna leave it forbidden like that. Okay, and you failed. Okay, no one else builds but me for now, even though I seem to fail a lot too. Alright, so you don't even have a gun, do you? You traded in your cowboy hat for that. That was dumb. 'Cause that thing was the only thing keeping you cool. Alright, Ferrera's constantly flirting with the break risk. Gotta be careful with that. And I think we have enough meals cooked up, Bomba, that you can now flick, and getting people on those deep drills, definitely useful. So I don't know. Oh yeah, there's metal over here, isn't there? I don't know how often the inventories of towns refresh, but I do want to try to make another trip down there to see if I can't buy things I need. But I don't want to do it if they're just going to offer the same old junk. Alright, let's lift this home restriction. Not that I want Bomba or Ferrera wandering off too far, but... Ooh, some cargo pods of meat. Yeah, I'm gonna want to grab that meat. In fact, who's my best cook? I'm still... I think it's 8 for a fine meal? No, just 6. I'm close. How close am I, really? Bomba's pretty close. Silver's not. Bomba's pretty close. Yeah, I think it's about time we sow the area. Given we're all wearing very little clothing that's worn out and stuff, it's probably a good move. Alright, so how much... This is all spoiling really quick. I'll haul as much of it as I can. I don't really have space for it, but if I whip up some more meals using Bomba... Bomba... cook mine. we'll have Bomba just whip up as many meals as he can to try to free up space. No, not letting you sleep. Not well. Meat senselessly spoils. Alright, let's force you to use the lowest stack. Alright, Silver. I think you're the only one that can do this without going crazy. Perfect. We have all the meat and meals stashed away. That was tight. But we got it done. I'm flicking on the backup batteries because we had one that failed. Alright, so looking at the other place, we have enough fuel and metal to build a pod, so we would need to ship pod stuff. So we could pod down for a trade and come back. We don't need. No. Sorry, Silver. What we do need is you maybe working on that duster there. There's really, there's really no one else we can trade with here. No one is within a reasonable distance. Even loading one of these pods up full of fuel. I don't think we can get very far. Okay. 3 cats. That's fine. Oh, you're in a daze. Okay. Just don't walk out to the kill box. You should be fine. An escape pod landed at the other place. Well, I'd really like their clothing, but they're kind of in a different zip code. Luckily, these potatoes here are getting ripe. Alright, how hot are we? We're not... Oh, crap. Get hot. Get inside. Go, go, go. I didn't realize one went south, 2 went north. Missed. Barely, but missed. I'm gonna try to break line of sight to bring them in. Bomba's kind of in a bad spot here. Alright, here we go. They've entered the kill zone. Let's force the flamey one first. He's down. Stop forced attack. And there's one left. Oh, you all. What is going on? Is this not a live wire? There we go. Power grid got a little screwed up and all the turrets got shut off as a result. Alright, we're done. Turrets are off. Do a little bit of self-tend with Bomba. Bomba. Tend to Bomba. It's good to have our doctor, you know, around when everyone gets hurt. Reminds me of Firefly, right? Didn't that happen? Kaylee got shot by the lawman, and Simon was off, nowhere to be found. Alright, so some caterpillar fights. Frere here, wandering in a disassociative mental state, but yet still having a nice conversation with Bomba. Doesn't make much sense to me, but whatever. So one thing I want to look up is RimWorld. When do trades refresh? Like every 4 days or so? That's what I just read. It's less than a year, at the very least. Because I'd like a chance at some bionic parts from those neighbors of ours, but wait, I just had metal on me? That was weird. Alright, Silver, let's finish these guys off. Well, that one was easy. I'm pushing to 15 here. What is this 7 here? Oh, 7 steel. Make some repairs. Clean up a bit. Man, that eye injury is really a bother. Well, the wooden paths are helping Bomba move a little bit faster. Just a little bit. But every bit counts, I suppose. Oh, you don't... Yeah, you can craft now. It's probably a good way to have them make steel without running the risk of collapsing. Sit there at the smelter. Alright, Ferrero's up. Still a little crazy. But better than he was. just hanging out, trying to relieve some of that stress. He says he has an awful bedroom. I beg to differ. You got the largest, most spacious, well-lit bedroom this colony has ever seen. I guess if I was being a good human, I would switch his bedroom with Silver's. But you know what? I don't care if he goes a little crazy from time to time. That's fine. Alright, so Silver just cleaned up his bedroom, so it's no longer awful. You're welcome, Ferrara. So now he doesn't have an awful bedroom, even though it says it does. It's a whole lot of potatoes that are just about ready. Okay, I've just about had it of people interrupting Silver's sleep here, so I'm just going to go ahead and fix that problem once and for all. Guess we could flip the ground penetrating radar off. Alright, there. No one bothers me in my sleep now. There's no reason to come in here. Unless you want to view the art. If you want to view the art, you're going to piss me off. Alright, let's get our crafting up to 14 before we work on that duster, at the very least. Alright, the backup battery is charging up. Still got plenty of food. Bob is getting sort of close to being able to make better meals. Alright, we've hit 14. We got some cargo pods of survival meals. That's quite nice. Gonna have Silver go out, consume one, and then haul the stack. Bomba's now running pretty far to get this slag. I think this will be the last long haul slag. It's now the deep mining is worth probably more time than the running across the map. But with that said, I've just about hit an hour here. I appreciate all you guys viewing it. If you have any comments or feedback or questions of any sort, I'm always happy to answer. And I hope to catch you all in a future episode. So, farewell for now.